Hi, everyone. Thank you for this great honor. It's much appreciated. I've thought a lot about what this award means. We all stand on the shoulders of others, and there are so many who've played an important part of my life. And in my mind, they share in this award. My parents, siblings, special friends, colleagues. I wish I had time to read the list of their names, but we might be here for a while. As many of you know, I was in the military for 33 years. It was a great ride. So many opportunities, so many life lessons. I was on active duty during several conflicts and operations. But the one that had the biggest impact on me was the Iraq-Afghanistan conflict following 9/11. When I first joined the military, I treated patients who had been in Vietnam. Many of them were just a little bit older than I was. But with the Iraq-Afghanistan conflict, I found myself treating military members who were my children's age. I had the opportunity to work with the frontline soldiers, sailors, Marines, airmen, civilians, Americans who had dedicated their lives and sometimes gave their lives for our country. I saw the struggle, the dedication, the selfless service, the leadership, honor, integrity, and courage. During this time of war, we all worked together. We worked side by side with people from so many different backgrounds, cultures, religions, educational levels, life experiences. But we were all focused on serving our country, our democracy. I found that having so many different perspectives from the people I worked with actually led to a better outcome. If we were all homogeneous, we would have had blind spots and made mistakes. But our differences made us stronger. And then I had the opportunity to join the ACGIH Physical Agents Committee. Oh my gosh, what an amazing experience. We had world-class scientists, experts I had studied in school, scientists presenting at the conferences I attended. To be able to sit around the table and talk to them about the science. Wow. Wow. I was grateful for the opportunity. And I came to appreciate ACGIH even more. ACGIH is an organization making recommendations based on science. We spend quite a lot of time doing a deeper dive into all the research, discussing it, analyzing it from different perspectives, and making recommendations that are solidly based on science. It's been an honor to work with ACGIH. As one of my fellow Physical Agents Committee's members said, ACGIH is the only organization in the world that has such an impact. Other groups may make recommendations, but often those are influenced by politics, special interests, or economics. ACGIH is only looking at the science and making recommendations based solely on science. And these recommendations are used across the world. How can one little organization have such a broad impact? So that leads me to the next big thing I thought about with this award. What difference can one person make? We joined the safety and occupational health profession for a variety of reasons, but we all dedicate our lives to the well-being and safety of people. I have found that we may never know the impact or ripple effect of our work, but I know that each and every one of us makes a difference. I've seen it. I've heard the stories. Sometimes it's taking it extra time to do a deeper dive into an investigation or an incident or an exposure. Or sometimes it's just a simple act of showing that we care, listening. But it makes a difference. As I said, I worked with the military coming back from downrange. I heard the stories of the friends they lost. I saw the struggles. I hold each one of these stories in my heart. But one soldier's story stands out. He had reached the end. He had lost so many friends, his marriage failed, life wasn't going his way, and he was done. He was done. He had a gun in his car. He decided he was going to drive into the woods and kill himself. He was walking out of his work, and his sergeant walked past him, and she said, "How are you doing today?" And he said, "I'm fine," and he kept walking. And she looked at him and she said, "No, really, how are you doing? Let's take a walk." Just a small action, but she saved his life. With just taking that second look, she saved his life. She didn't know it. He told her later I was there. There wasn't a dry eye in that room. We may never know the difference we make in this world, even with our small actions, but I know the power of just one can make such a difference. So I hope we all think about how we spend our time and what we do with our time in our work, our families, our communities, our country. There are so many opportunities, and we are all connected. Even if the world seems upside down sometimes, we are all connected, and one person can make a difference. So I thank you for this award. It's a great honor. But the ones who really deserve the credit are all of the other folks who work for ACGIH, the dedicated staff, and all the volunteers on the board of directors, scientific committee chairs, members, and all of you. You make a difference. Thank you for all that you do. Again, thank you for this great honor. I will treasure it.